What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Relentless Pursuit podcast. In this podcast, I'm going to be sharing with you how I help my clients get out of the perpetuating cycle of their brain constantly telling them they're never doing enough. Now, this is otherwise known as the all or nothing mindset, and this is something that I have personally struggled with for so many years. Sadly, this did lead me down a road of overworking my body, eventually leading to complete burnout, which is why this podcast is so important, because I'm sharing with you how to get out of this mindset. So keep listening. All right. Okay, the one thing that you need to remember, all right, when it comes to escaping the all or nothing mindset and this perpetuating cycle is to quit expecting perfection. Okay? I was a perfectionist in myself, right? I always thought that I needed to be perfect in no matter what I was doing, and I never gave myself a break. If I ever made any mistakes, I would beat myself up about it over and over. Even if the mistakes were something super little, like I would say something not weird, but just not how I would have wanted to say it to someone, or if I didn't have the perfect morning routine, or if I wasted 15 minutes scrolling on Instagram, I would beat myself up about it. However, as I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast, this perpetuating cycle led me down a path to complete burnout, eventually requiring me to go through a long healing journey. This expectation of perfection is why people struggle for so long to actually stay consistent. One of my clients in her weekly check-ins, for example, was beating herself up for not hitting her protein goal for 6 days out of the week like she wanted to. She had just started working with me a week, maybe a week and a half prior. However, when I reviewed what she tracked, she had hit her protein goal 4 days out of the week. Some of the days even surpassing it, which was incredible progress from before. So that's what I explained. I was like, hey, I see you didn't hit your protein goal 6 days out of the week, but you hit your protein goal for 4 days last week. That is a major improvement from before. So instead of getting frustrated and down on yourself for not hitting your protein goal 6 days of the week, capitalize on the fact that you hit it 4 days out of the week and celebrate that. Then I went on to share how I recommend she adjust her meals to more easily hit her protein goal while capitalizing on what worked the days that she did. Now, I really want you to pay attention to how we worked through this here, because that is the key when it comes to staying consistent on the fitness journey and getting out of this all or nothing mindset. She was in this all or nothing mindset of I didn't hit 6 days per week. I don't even know what I can do to fix this, even though it had only been a week and a half. She was beating herself up about it when really she needed to take a full view look at it and be like, oh, I actually hit my protein goal 4 days out of the week. That was better than I have before, especially since my protein goal has been higher, right? So what was I able to do to hit my protein goal 4 days out of the week? What mistakes maybe did I make on the days that I wasn't able to hit the protein goal? And what can I adjust in my nutrition in order to help me hit my protein goal more easily? So that's exactly what we worked on. And that is a really good way to take the emotion out of it and take a more holistic view of your health and fitness journey to work through problems instead of just being oh, I failed. I fell off track, or I didn't hit my goals this week. I don't even know if I'll ever be able to hit my goals this week. And instead be okay, so I did hit it this many times. These days were off. What did I do to hit the goal these days? What mistake did I maybe make to not hit the goal this day? And what can I do to improve for this next week? If you're able to do this for your health and fitness, you will be able to stay consistent for the rest of your life, because you will no longer feel like you're falling off track every week, or you'll no longer feel like you just ruined all your progress if you had a bad day. And you'll be able to take this flexible approach to staying consistent on your fitness journey while understanding that life happens, people aren't perfect, and you shouldn't dwell on the past. So this podcast is short and sweet. I wanted to share with you a real life example of how I helped a client work through an all or nothing mindset. And I want you to identify what sort of situation that you have found that you have kind of developed this all or nothing mindset, and how you can specifically work towards it using the methods that I explained in this podcast. If you have any questions about it, definitely let me know. And if this sounds like the type of support that you need to be able to build muscle and lose fat while eliminating bloating, chronic fatigue, and restrictive eating, I got you. All right, let's heal your body. Go to the link below to learn more about coaching with me, and you can apply. We'll hop on a quick call to learn more about your goals, what you need to achieve them, and see if we're the right fit to work together. I will talk to you in the podcast episode next week.